Good morning, gardening friends. It's Monday morning. I'm a little bit late, so let's get to the update. Starting on the far end, we've got the purple orchid tree seeds that I planted. It took a couple of weeks, but we finally got some sprouts. The yellow wax bean hasn't been doing all that well, but it kind of looks like down at the bottom there that might be newer growth, so it may be struggling for one reason or another. I'm just happy to see it still alive. The older purple orchid tree is continuing to, well, it's actually not getting all that much taller. It had kind of a growth spurt for a couple of weeks there, but it's alive and it's just looking a little bit stronger, so that has me happy. And speaking of a couple of weeks, it looks like the pots that I had planted, some of them are doing okay, others not so much. These were the ones that I planted the flower seeds in. That was the bachelor button and I think it was aster, which are very similar plants, which I didn't realize when I picked up the seeds. I just picked them for the color, and but I'm happy to see growth there. And speaking of growth, it looks like we've got some things growing in terms of the riverbed project. I haven't given you a real sort of close-up. This is not tremendously close-up, especially since the video degrades when I do that. Digital zoom and all. Anyway, I do have some growth here, so that has me happy. And last week, I was really surprised by just how fast this tree is growing. The one that I said I think is a live oak. It didn't grow quite as much this week. But maybe I'll put up a picture here as a comparison from last week. I think maybe the leaves are a little bit bigger, at least the bigger ones that are there right now. The smaller ones were definitely much smaller before, so I think we do have growth. It's just not as dramatic. It doesn't look as dramatic as it did last week. And in the nursery, the nasturtium is doing well. The one plant on the left there was the original. I got two more growing in there because I planted two more seeds. So I'm happy to see that. I see something red in there that doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. I'll clean it out. There's also another planter like this that had nothing in it. I planted 3 nasturtium seeds and they're all growing. But the big surprise this week, and the one I'm going to end on, is the bean that I had planted a couple of weeks ago. I was trying an experiment with bottle planters, and the initial attempt on those bean seeds was not doing so well. It looked like they both rotted, but I'm happy to say that literally in the last couple of days, this has gone from a seedling barely popping out of its pod to actually growing up and out of the bottle. I need to check the water on that and see how it's doing, but I'm at the point now where I could actually pull this out of the bottle. Once it goes through the top of the bottle, it gives me an opportunity to actually grab the plant, and there is a way. So look for a follow-up video to the experiment, which I think was 35. I think last week was 36 and this is 37, so basically it's what, 2 episodes ago from this one. Look for a follow-up to that, because I'm going to show how to extract the sprout from the bottle so I can plant it. I just have to figure out where I'm going to plant it. The other thing I wanted to say was, I don't know how well you can see it, but if you look 2 bottles to the right of that, you can see I've got the tomato seeds, which are sprouting. All 3 of them now have sprouted. The one in the middle there is probably about halfway up the bottle, and that has me happy. I'll have to wait for them to pop out of the bottle before I can try and extract them, and in fact I'm probably going to have to wait. I have multiple seeds in there that sprouted, so I'm going to have to wait for all of them to get out of the top of the bottle, because I don't want to destroy viable seedlings trying to pull out one tall one. So, but I'm pretty much happy for this week. I've had some real progress. Maybe everything isn't perfect. It's actually rather warm and humid right now, which is rare for Southern California for it to be so humid. But overall, a good week. This is the Budget Gardener signing off, saying may your thumb be green.